This is the final video for Module 3. We'll look at passing arguments and global variables. When you have a value in a variable inside main, and you want function show double to be able to see this variable, you have to pass it in as an argument. An argument to the function, basically you're letting the function know what is in this local variable. You're passing the value that's inside this local variable to this function. Now you will notice here that we call this variable value over here, but we call it number here. Essentially, both of them are accessing the same information. They're accessing the same value, which could be 99, which could be 5, which could be any one of those values. So let's look at how this program runs. We're going to run the module, and I'm going to pull this shell right here, and it prints out a 10. Okay, it says value, show double value, which is passing value, which is 5 to show double. Result is equal to number multiplied by 2, print result. So that's printing 10, which means that the function show double was successfully able to bring in the value. Let's look at yet another example, which is how you can pass multiple arguments to a function. In this case, you are passing 2 arguments to the function. And give me a second to just open an image file, which is here, and zoom into this. The function, the sum of 12 and 45 is show sum 12 and 45. Those are literal numbers. And here we have the definition for show sum, which says num1, num2. Now num1 and num2 are just dummy names. Num1 is carrying in the value of 12, num2 is carrying in the value of 45. What if you switch the two, num2 and num1? Then num2 would carry 12, num1 would carry 45. So it's a pure geographic mapping between these variables. Num1 is 12, num2 is 45. Okay, so going back to this, sum of 12 and 45 is show sum. Show sum accepts num1 and num2. Result is equal to num1 plus num2, print result. And how does this run? So this prints sum of 12 and 45 is 57. Okay, so it basically takes in the arguments and brings in the arguments. You can pass in as many arguments as you want, and these arguments can be of mixed types. They don't even have to be of the same type. You can have 2 numerics, you can have 1 string, then you can have another numeric, as long as this, what you're passing here, maps to these parameters that you have here. Now, what if you made a change to a parameter inside the function? Well, let's look at what would happen in that case. Here is a program, change me, again from your book. We say value is equal to 99. And we say change me value, and you're passing in an argument and you're passing in a value. And let me open that image to show you what's going where in this. And here it is. Let me just zoom in. So in main, you have value is equal to 99. Value has a value of 99. And you say def change me arg. Arg is just a dummy name to carry in value. It's called a formal parameter. This is the actual variable. And arg also is 99. Okay, and now let's look at what would happen when you change the value. You change arg to 0, and you say now the value is arg. And what happens back in main? Let's look at this. Let's run this module. the value is 99, which prints from this line right here. Now I'm changing the value, which prints from this line right here inside the function. Now the value is 0. You set arg to 0 and say now the value is 0. But now when you come back to main, it says back in main the value is 99, which is after the call to the function. Okay, because this is a pass by value, the program makes an exact copy of the variable value and passes to arg the contents of value and doesn't give to arg the address of the variable value. We'll learn in a future module how to actually pass this change back out. Now, you can also pass what are called keyword arguments. Keyword arguments are these right here, where you say def show interest principal rate periods. Show interest rate is equal to 0.01, periods is equal to 10, principal is equal to 10,000. Okay, so now in this function, when we run this, it says the simple interest will be 1,000, because what we did here was we used a position to pass arguments by parameter variables to the functions. And most programming languages allow this, and they allow you to mix up a position. So, but you have to be very clear that over here you must have a keyword for every single one of these. Now, moving on to globals. Let's look at global constants or global variables. The local variables, remember, were only known inside the function, and that too after they were declared. Okay. Global variables are known all through the program. Now use global variables sparingly because it's not a good idea to use too many global variables in your program. Okay, number is equal to 0, global number. Global is a keyword, as you can see. Number is equal to input number. Number is a global variable. Here we get an input into number and we say show number. We don't have to pass number to show number because it already knows what number is because it was declared globally. A global variable is accessible to all functions within the file. Now, in the next module, we will be talking about selection structures, as this is the end of the functions module. Thank you.